Well, new tonight, we're learning more about the investigation into former Ohio State University president Ted Carter. Carter, who previously served as president at the University of Nebraska, resigned from his position at Ohio State early last month. A report released by the school shows Carter violated university policy by trying to help a woman who he had a personal relationship with to get a job at the school. A 47-page report says Carter made various requests to get school employees to help the woman, who hosted a podcast for military veterans. The report raises questions about possible violations of state ethics laws, but the Ohio Ethics Commission says it is still reviewing the findings. A biopic about